Hi, Gibaud, Gibaud.com, and today I'm going to present you a lens already presented for Sony E-mount, and they just launched it for Lumix L or Lumix or Leica L or Sigma L. This is the 7Artisan 85mm 1.8 autofocus for full frame camera. I don't have it in my hand because it's mounted here just for the introduction, so you can see the autofocus if it follows or not, because the minimum focusing distance is 80 centimeters, so maybe I'm a bit close. If I got very close, I think I lose the focus, but well, no problem. I'm going to take it out of this to show you in my hand. I will show you some sample pictures and give you my opinion. So let's start. So here it is, the 85mm 1.8 autofocus full frame for Lumix L Sigma L mount, and also for Leica when they have L mount like the SL series. By the way, I already presented, I'm going to put the cabinet like this, the 50mm a couple of months ago, a month ago, I can't remember. Also for Lumix, it exists also for Sony, all this. As you can see, the 50mm is a bit bigger, slightly longer, okay? Maybe a bit wider also. So if you're interested, I'll leave you the link. So 85mm 1.8 autofocus full frame, it exists for L mount, E mount, and Nikon Z mount. The angle it covers is 28.5 degrees angle covered. And by the way, not to make the video too long, because I already spoke about this lens for Sony E, I'll give you the link here, and if you want to check the chart where I analyze exactly in detail the result of the optical details, honestly I got the same result with this, so not to make it too long, I don't show it in this video, okay? I also decided to use this 85mm not just for general thing, also for portraits, as many people like this focal length for portraits. So I asked Ingrid Rodriguez, Choffy78 in Instagram, if she could pose. It was quickly made in the way that I wanted something simple, like on the spur of a moment you make some portrait. So I just had the lighting of the house, a living room at her place, and also a small iris light by Arlo, and I used it at full aperture because many people want to make portrait, they want to have it at maximum aperture. I don't like it, I prefer to close down a bit to have a bit more depth of field, but I tested it as many people would use it. So this is why some picture you will think that maybe not in focus. They are. One of the eyes in focus, the rest is out because the depth of field was really shallow. This is why, okay? But if you are searching for that kind of result, you will be happy because it gives a result without any problem, okay? So fine for me. If we speak about the build, it's fully metal. It comes with a sun hood, really nice, and here you will find several things. First, you have a focusing ring here, okay? That is electric, no stops. Why? Because it's not mechanical. And here you have the aperture ring from 1.8 to f16 plus the A mode. There are no clicks. One thing that is important, it's electric. It means if it's not connected, the aperture will not change at all, okay? And second, you would think it's a continuous aperture. So if you do video and you want to change the depth of field turning your ring, it would work. It will not. It still makes small steps of a third of a stop. It goes tick, 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 tick. It's not continuous. So for me, that doesn't make sense to make it not clickable if at the end the continuous non-click is not interesting for video either. So for me, I use it on A mode and I manage the aperture from my camera body, which is the S5 II. I use it with the S5 II, okay, Lumix, okay? Here you will also find a switch, manual focus and autofocus. So if you're on autofocus, obviously you don't need the ring for focusing. If you're manual focus, you have the ring that is here. Really good. Here there is, as you can see, a button. You can actually configure as you want, function button, and this is great especially for people using the Lumix S9 that doesn't have that many function buttons. So you have an extra one that is here, so for me it's welcome. Here you will find also a USB-C connector so you can update the firmware. honestly, the build is stunning, fully metal, really nice, as the box. That is, as always, really solid. And for me, yeah, the build is, yeah, great. And it includes the sun hood. So, yeah, I cannot complain about it. So I'll show you some pictures while I speak, by the way. I'll put them again at the end of the video. So let's speak about the build, what's inside. 10 elements in 7 groups. You will have 11 blades in the RS, in the aperture, and it gives a bokeh that is maybe not the smoothest, not the most creamy, but it is creamy, okay? So for people who don't like this kind of soup, they will like it. It gives still a bit of character, so it's matter of taste, okay? For me, this is fine. If we look at the minimum focusing distance, it's 80 centimeters. As you saw at the beginning, if I get too close, then I will lose the focusing. And for me, it would be more logical to have like 50 or 60 millimeter in case you want to really have a real close-up of your face or just the eyes. I would have preferred 50 centimeter, but well, for that price, I cannot complain. 80 is still acceptable. All the rest of the build I already spoke about, so let's speak about the size. The size is 96mm long, 72mm wide, and the weight is 437 grams, 0.5, okay, half a gram extra to what I said. Honestly, it's a bit, it's not too light, but it's well balanced, it's nice, and the filter size is 62mm, which is a standard. And by the way, I've got affiliated links in the description. Please use them, that really helps me. And don't forget that if you buy Aperty or Luminar Neo by Skylum, you get a 10% discount with my code ERIC10. 10% extra. You see a great discount they may have, they have special offers. You still place my code, it's even cheaper for you. Thank you so much. That really helps me. So let's carry on. So let's speak about the optical quality. Well, the build is great, okay? The optical quality. Well, the autofocus, one thing first. I didn't have any problem with the autofocus. It focused fast, worked fine, all this. But if we speak about video, you will notice some focus breathing. So it means if your subject changes distance, you will see that the border of your frame will narrow or get wider. Is it a problem? It depends on the type of video you make. For me right now, it would not be a problem. For other people with busy background and the subject that moves forward, backward, yes, it could be a problem. So just for you to know. If you look at vignetting, it vignettes a bit from 1.8 to f4. Not much, okay? Nothing that cannot be removed in post-production. Actually, if you use Lightroom or software like this, automatically will remove it, and that's okay. If you want to change it yourself, you can do it manually, but really no problem. And actually many people who use that kind of focal length for portrait, they like to have a bit of vignetting, so they will be happy about it. If we look at the sharpness is great from 1.8. Center borders, the corner may be a bit softer, but take into account that normally when you are full aperture, if you're on the chart, obviously you will see it's not perfect in the corner, but if you do a portrait, for example, the corner will be in coincidence with the out of focus part of your picture, so you will never notice the lack of sharpness in the corner. But you need to know, in case you wanted to use this this lens maybe for painting reproduction or whatever, you need to know that, okay? That at full aperture, it's not perfect in the corner, but when you close down at f8 5.6, that will be perfect, no problem. If we look at the chromatic aberration, yes, there is some chromatic aberration. You don't notice it in my pictures simply because of the type of picture I made, but if you would be against light, you would probably notice it a lot more obviously. Sometimes it's even a bit ghosty, so I think for portrait and things like this, there's really no problem with that. But if you wanted to do product photography when you need to have really precise lettering or details, that could be a problem if you're going to work on full aperture. Otherwise, you close down and that's it. If we speak about flare, the flare is not a problem to me, but if you have a light against you, then it's a real flood. So if you do portrait, I know that many people will use that to give a style, to give some mysterious look to their picture. They will love it. But if you do product photography and you happen to have a kicker light in the back, that could be a problem for you because you would lose contrast. So it depends on what you want to do with this lens, okay? Although I think for product photography, people would probably use a macro more than this, so maybe they will limit to portrait or landscape or details in around, so depends. Some people say landscape with 85mm. Yeah, you don't have to always go wide angle for landscape, obviously. If we look at the bokeh, as I said, is not completely creamy, but it's not bad at all. And if we look at the price is stunning. $299 is really affordable. It's 200 euros or $200 less than the Lumix 85mm 1.8. And the big question is this one $200 worse than the other one? Obviously not. So for me, this is a great option. Take into account that it's not weather sealed. It doesn't seem to be anyway. So if you wanted to use on S5 II like I do, or S1 or whatever, that could be a problem if you wanted to have weather sealing, because you need it on both body and lens. But if you use the S9, for example, that is not weather sealed, then yeah, no problem for that, okay? But yeah, for that price, there's not much we can ask. Is the Lumix better? I don't know. I would need to have both together to compare, okay? And I see many people, they don't want to spend too much, or they want to have a lens that maybe is not perfect because it gives some characters to the picture. And anyway, if you cannot or don't want to spend more than that, this is a great option, and to me it is completely recommendable. Yes, if you are on a tight budget or you don't want to spend more than this, you will not be disappointed by this. Optically or autofocus wise or build wise, I think there's nothing we can complain about. The results are really nice for that price, no doubt. Okay, so if you're interested, I'll leave you a link in the description where you can buy it. So that's it. Thank you so much, Ingrid Rodriguez Trophy78, for posing. Thank you 7Artisans for sending me the lens. Thank you so much to you for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The small button down here and a small bell. If you click on the bell, you will get notified when I upload a new video. My website, Gibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. I remind you, I've activated the member area of my YouTube channel. There, I don't speak about gear, just about tuition, tips, photography. If you're interested, there's a button just below the video that says join, and you will have access to exclusive video just for members. Also leave your affiliated links in the description. Please use them, that really helps me. And don't forget, if you buy Luminar Neo or Aperture by Skylum, get a 10% discount, extra discount with my code ERIC10. You see a great offer they have, you still place my code, it's even cheaper for you. So that helps me too, so thank you so much. I'll also leave you my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much, please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye!